Do you feel pressured or nervous when asked to complete a task with a chainsaw on the job? Does it happen when you pick up a chainsaw to clean up a tree from the road or trail that a supervisor has to tell you where to cut and how to cut? Are you unsure of where to cut and what the results will be when cutting with a chainsaw? Are you constantly getting stuck in a limb or log when someone asks you to simply cut right there? Why do these things happen? I wish I had the answer for every situation, but I don't. I have some thoughts, however, to consider from my experience with chainsaw operation. Is it the responsibility of the person on the handles of the saw to have an understanding of what the tool is expected to do in your hands? You are the operator, just as someone that gets behind the wheel of a vehicle is a driver. You are expected, because of the job you're getting paid as a professional to do. Yes, you are a professional if you're getting paid to do a task. What should a professional consider when needed to complete a job with a chainsaw? To consider the approach we should have, let's first look at supervision or directions from someone else. If a supervisor or coworker instructs you to complete a task or tells you how to do something with the saw, what do you have to do first? Think about it. What has to take place? You have to first forget what you were thinking to do what they are telling you to do. Isn't that true? When it comes to working with a piece of equipment like a chainsaw, you should be very clear in your mind of what your plan is. Yes, you should pay attention to your supervisor's directions, but you're not responsible for their plan. You are responsible for yours. The supervisor tells you what your duties are for the day, hour, or just the next few minutes. In other words, a work request is given. Now it's up to you to get the tools ready and formulate a plan. You see, after that, you are the person to professionally complete the job task request. An operator of a piece of equipment now has to take care of a couple different things. First, make sure the chainsaw is ready to do the task. It must be fueled and oiled, sharp, and in mechanical condition to perform the work. It's not only the shop mechanic who makes sure the equipment is ready. Even if a shop or mechanic has recently worked or maintained the equipment, it is still up to the operator on the handles to make certain it's going to do his or her job. A recheck of safety and mechanical function. Second, the operator must formulate a plan to efficiently and safely complete the sawing work. It's still up to the operator, not the supervisor. The operator has to understand the desired results and have a plan, a clear plan of how he or she is going to accomplish it. A supervisor or coworker cannot do that for you. It's now become your responsibility to make the plan to complete what they have asked you to do. Now, back to the supervisor a minute. Everyone is trainable to some level. Some are not physically capable and some not up to the ability because of their attitude or mental ability. Some take longer to learn and some will be incapable of reaching the desired trained level. This is important for a supervisor who is responsible for completing a certain job to make sure and plan to train the human resources or the person that is doing the hiring to understand the operator requirements needed. I think many times hires are made to fill an income level position instead of an ability needed for a job level. Often time costs of training dollars and time to train are not calculated into the employee cost or job cost projections. In other words, we need a chainsaw operator. The position pays $20 an hour. I just threw out that number. And do you get an experienced operator for the work task for that amount per hour? Is previous experience compatible with your operator needs? Is that person hired a trained professional that can be sent right out to the job and begin? Can they maintain the equipment they will be using to complete the task? Do they or have they been observed to plan the task to reach the supervisor's expectations? I believe human resources and those hiring need to be trained in what a position is expected to involve. Equal opportunity employment doesn't mean anyone is ready for the job. A hazardous equipment operator position can be costly and deadly to the wrong employee selection. I see so many times hired operators are placed in positions and work situations they should have never been placed in with their current abilities. Not to say they couldn't reach the needed level with time and training, but right now they have no reason to be put in to do the task. Take the time to invest in your chainsaw operator abilities, whether over the sawing or on the handles. It will be valuable time spent. This is Tim Art wishing you good sawing.